We, the people of Guyana, must ensure that our children and our future generations will be at least as well provided for as we are. This is called intergenerational fairness. The way in which our natural resources are governed help us to achieve this fairness, but it is important for this to be set out by a framework of principles. Allow me to explain one such framework, which includes 5 central principles. Principle 1. This is known as the Public Trust Doctrine, which states that all minerals are inherited wealth, highlighting that we, the people of Guyana, own these minerals. This principle covers all natural resources on the land, including subsoil and sub-ocean. Therefore, the government is merely acting as a trustee of these minerals on our behalf. Principle 2. This principle relates to intergenerational equity and states that all Guyanese include our future generations. We, the present generation, are simply custodians of these assets which have been handed down to us from our foreparents, and it is our responsibility to ensure we pass them on to future generations. Principle 3. It is known as the principle of zero loss of value. This simply means that the full value of the assets must be passed on to the next generation. If you sell your mineral resources, as Guyanese, we must ensure zero loss, which means we must capture the full economic value of our resources. Once this revenue is spent, the society has nothing to pass on to the next generation, neither the assets themselves nor the income they generated. Any loss is a loss to all Guyanese and to our future generations. Principle 4. All income from the sale of assets must be saved in a permanent fund. The entire proceeds must be launched in a special fund, that is the Sovereign Wealth Fund, for the benefit of future generations. We need to consider the impact on the natural environment when we make decisions to buy or to sell assets such as gold and oil. We also consider how quickly we are using up these minerals. If extracted moderately, we can ensure that the impacts are not excessive and mineral resources remain available to future generations. Finally, Principle 5. Share all, a citizen's dividend. Even though all of the proceeds derived from the sale of minerals, meaning the substance of the fund, belong to the next generation as stated before, the income generated by investing these funds belong to this generation and should be divided equally to all citizens as a citizen's dividend. The advantages of this approach are: all citizens have a direct interest in monitoring the use of the funds. It rectifies historical injustice to the poor. It protects the environment from which the minerals are extracted. The government can generate revenue by taxing this income. Discourages the possibility of corrupt access to funds by politicians. Protects the fund indefinitely, long after the oil and gold have been exhausted. These 5 principles are first and foremost constitutional. Additionally, they conform to mainstream economics, encourages inheritance customs, support Guyana's environmental goals, and the shares from these assets motivates Guyanese to protect their resources.